3 of Kyle and Maggie's not so money making picks. I'll just be honest, I'm pathetic. I'm 0-4. Lost last week, both picks. And I'm just officially going to never bet Carolina the rest of the season, so you can just cross that team off the list. But at least Maggie got a win.
Yep, I'm on the board, 1-3 so far on the season.
So that brings our grand total to 1-7. So,
but we're on to the next week.
yeah, on to the next week, and it's a long season, still plenty of time to catch back up. So I'll let you go first since you were the winner.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to give Matthew Stafford one more chance.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the Rams -3.5 at the Cardinals. The Rams are usually pretty successful against the Cardinals, so I'm just going to be rooting for them.
All right, well, we're both going to go with the Rams at -3.5 at the Cardinals. The Rams are 8-2 in their last 10 road games. Arizona might be bad. I don't really think they're that good. They should have lost last week. And Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray are just 1-6 against the Rams. If you remember that playoff game last year, they had no business being in it. The only time they won against the Rams, they had DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, they don't have him because he's suspended for 6 weeks. I think it should be an easy win here, so let's go with the Rams. Hopefully no late backdoor cover, but let's go with the Rams.
All right, I like it. For my second pick, I'm going to continue riding with the Bills. So I've got the Bills -5.5 at the Dolphins.
Okay.
So I think that'll be a fun game to watch. But Josh Allen is fun to root for, and they've been successful so far.
Game of the day for sure. My second game is not going to be the game of the day. Probably a one you don't even want to watch, but I'm going to take Atlanta money line. They're +1 right now, but just go with the money line at -105 at Seattle. I mean, honestly, Seattle's offense since the second half of the first game and then last week has scored a total of 3 points on offense. I think they are just atrocious. They got up for the one game against Russell Wilson and they scored 17 total points. Meanwhile, Atlanta is averaging 26.5 points per game. They actually can score. They're 2-0 against the spread, and I just think they have a lot more talent than Seattle does. So I'll take Atlanta money line again. Not a game I really want to watch, but I think it's a winning opportunity here, so I'll take Atlanta money line.
All right, here's to a successful week 3.
Hopefully a 4-0, get us off on a nice start to going into week 4. And best of luck on your bets and your fantasy football. Check out my rankings. They're up to date. And best of luck.
See ya.